Howdy, y'all. Thank you for joining us today for a Kickstarter I'm excited to check out. Legacy of You. It is a new Garfield game from Shem Phillips. It is solo only, so that was the only thing that had me a little, do I want this? But I love Garfield games, so we're going to check it out and see what it's all about. As you can see here, it says one player only for ages 12 plus, takes about 60 minutes to play. I can already tell you, as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to be popping this out and trying it out immediately. So I am anxious to check it out, see what it's all about. You can see here, looks like what you would expect from one of these Garfield games. Let you know the story right there. Alright. Well, and I had some other goodies that came with it. I don't know if they're ones I just added on. But we'll go through all that after we take a look at this. That way we can see if it was something that was with this Kickstarter or if it's something that you want to look for that should be available. Most of their... Actually, I want to say all the promos I've seen of theirs are always available on their website if you go check it out. I typically check it out pretty frequently. I haven't checked it out for a while, so I need to. This reminds me to do such. And check to make sure there's not some other promos I want for any of my other Garfield games. But, alright. Well, right off the bat, we got two books here. I'm going to move this over just so we can get a better look at these books. We have... Oh, well, I thought they were the same size. We got two different books. We got the rule book, I'm assuming. And it should be in about the same layout. These are usually laid out pretty well, where it's got the things you need to know, along with the components. Then it's probably going to go into the setup. And from what I understand, I should have mentioned also, this is a campaign type game. If I understand, it's supposed to be like 7 games long each or something. But after that, we get to the round structure, the harvest, the take actions. So all in all, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 pages. And usually these rule books are pretty decent. And I mean, by decent, I mean good. Like, they're typically a pain if you're like me and you don't like reading as much. As far as instruction manuals, I love reading books and stuff, but instruction manuals just, ugh. But usually whatever you need to find is easy to find, and you can read through these, and it lets you know the game. And then when you're playing it the first time, you understand all this, and you don't... Typically, I never have to go back and re-look up something in the rule book. Maybe after the first play, just to make sure we're doing something right, but typically, they teach it pretty well. And then, back just has a iconography that you need to know. Cool. And the storybook says open only when instructed to. I'm just going to flip through it and give you like a random look. So it looks like it's going to be kind of like script-like, where it's going to tell you to go to certain numbers. I don't want to reveal every page just in case there's spoilers or whatever. I mean, yeah, I'd have to stop on these and let you just really read, but looks like a typical what you'd expect from a campaign story with a script book. So we'll see how that plays out and how well that is. All right, let's get back to the box. We got some bits, which I'll see if I can't find a way to replace. You see if it shows what these are. Provisions, I can probably just get some of those bag provisions, depending on how many we need in here. And this is, for what I understand, these are the calories shells. I might be saying that wrong, but calorie shells, that's kind of like the money. Might see if I just can't find some shells of some sort. Or maybe even some calorie shells if that's all we need. But, alright. Alright. Oh, wow. I was expecting a lot here, but this has got a good, looks like a decent insert. Just had to zoom out a little bit to show the board here. From what I understand, you're going to be moving down this river. There's going to be a flood coming. If the flood ever catches your boat, you lose. And there's supposed to be some other condition, but it's supposed to be kind of like a little building up engine building test game where you're going to be using meeples and doing things on this board and laying cards down to do other things. So, like I said, looking at this, looks easily like a Garfield game. And I've Liked all of them since Raiders, so we'll see how this one goes. And like I said, I've liked them all. It goes, what? Raiders, then I played Explorers. I even like that one. That'd probably be the one. It's just I haven't played it as much. But then, so it was like Raiders, then Explorers. And then I played Circadians next, then Raiders of Scythia. Raiders of North Sea, I should say, then Raiders of Scythia. Well, actually, I haven't played Raiders of Scythia. I need to. Just realized I haven't done that one. Hadrian's Wall, Architects, Paladins, and Viscounts of the West Kingdom, which I love all those. Wayfarers, I like, so I'm expecting to like this one. We'll see. Hopefully my hopes aren't up too high. Sorry about that little tangent. We'll take a closer look at these meeples, zoomed in. Same with these cards, which I think I should be able to show. These say 1 through 69, so I'm probably just keeping them in order. And then the rest is just an insert, as you can see here. It just lets you know where to put everything. But cool. Let's take a closer look at this stuff. Okay, we're going to start with first two meeples. The actual things I was kind of talking about, where you're going to have your boat there. You're going to have your wave. You know, they're standing on the board. And as long as the wave don't catch up to the boat. You know what that's all about. Next, we got some meeples, which kind of remind me of the ones from Hadrian's Wall, which would make sense. But you can see there's a bag full of these in these colors. I'm assuming the different types of workers. Well, yeah, it says here. Guess I could have looked there. The white ones are the laborers. Red is the fighter. Black is the rider. Oh, I guess it could be on camera. Red fighter. Black is the rider. And blue is the spearman. And the yellow is the archer. Then we have a bag full of some resources, which is wood and clay. Weird they have these resources, but then they make you use cardboard for the provisions and calorie. And then you can see the 3 different types of houses here, or buildings, which will be on the map. Next we have some cards. And I noticed this with these squares. And I'm assuming this is where certain buildings are going to go. Just because they kind of sit on there. And it shows like resources to build them. Now I notice these weird numbers on the numbers and like resources on the back. I also noticed the number 0, which I'm assuming is all the starting stuff. And I'll get to that here in a second. I noticed these. They all had this back except for this one that's different. And it's got a number. I'm assuming that's the script number for you to go read. And I know one of these is supposed to be a... I'm assuming there's supposed to be a victory and defeat pile. I'm assuming this is the defeat pile. This is the victory pile. And what I mean is you're going to get one of these cards whether you win or lose that go into your deck. And then speaking of your deck of cards you're going to use, I thought you're only going to get like 10. There's a ton of these. Well, I say a ton, there's a bunch of these. I'm assuming you're going to get dealt some of these randomly as your starting campaign deck. And then you're going to add to this deck. And this is just showing what workers you get for the turn or how you use this card is how you get the workers. Like it says you get a brick or you can get rid of the card to get a provision. As far as the rest, I'm kind of just guessing here. So, and I'm assuming this is whatever special ability they get to do for playing that card. Then we have, I'm going to assume the bad guys. And maybe how you defeat them or pay them off. Or maybe that's what you lose if they raid. I'm not sure. I'm sure one of those is one or the other. Because that last one said 22, I'm assuming this is what you lose. So it's telling you what you got to go lose. Maybe this is what you need to defeat them. Then there were 4 cards here. Which, like I said, from what I remember, it's supposed to be 7 stories. These say 1 and 2 on the back. Oh, no. Maybe this is the legs of the river. And it just randomizes where they go. Because there's 5 and 6. Or 3 and 4, I mean. And I believe there were 6 spots. Yeah, there were 6 spots. So that's what these are. These are the cards that go on the river. And here's the 5s and 6s. And this is showing probably what you need in order to move down that river. And then probably the reward you get for doing that. And then the last of the cards, I don't know if I want to show them all. I'll show a few. Because there's a deck here. And it says 1 through 69 and shows like it's closed. And it's the same thing. They look like this storybook. So I'm assuming, because looking just at the backs, they show the same types of backs from the cards we just saw. For the most part. So I'm assuming these are things that get added in. And they tell you which number to go get. Hence all those others said 0. And these tell you what you should go get to add to your story. So maybe this has a lot more replayability. Like I figured it'd have at least some replayability. But this looks like just from this alone. And if this... Yeah, if I'm right and remember you only get 10 of these. This could change up so much. So... maybe there's a lot more replayability in this game than I was thinking. All right, that's everything from the box. So let me go ahead and get into the goodies that I got extras of. The first thing I'm going to show, I already have these. I think they're the West Kingdom coins. I already have a set of them. I think I decided just to get a set to actually put in my Paladins game and my other games just to have their own unique, because I have them mixed into my own little coin set, but then I want them inside the box also. All right, then I got a couple of packs here. I think I know what these are because I think I might already have them from another Kickstarter, but I believe these are for Hadrian's Wall. Well, I know that's for Hadrian's Wall for sure. Well, instead of guessing, let's figure it out. I think these are another card that go into your deck. Yep, because there's one for each player. And it's just another card that goes in your deck for you to choose for your turn on whether you're going to take the victory point goal, which I do performances, so this one's probably one I would use all the time. And then the other stuff for if you choose it for the resources or the turn. And they got one for each player. Okay, I see what they do here. I was thinking, well, there's one you'll never see. No, they just do like they did with the promos for Paladins. Is now, because normally, if you haven't played Hadrian's Wall, normally you're going to have your deck. Of course, they'll be all the same color. You're going to take 2. You're going to pick one to be your goal and one to be like the resources slash things you could use for trade and scouting. Now you're going to draw 3. You're going to choose one for the goal, one for this stuff, and the other will go back on top. So you can constantly keep floating one. Sounds cool. Well, I guess till the last turn when you won't be able to draw 3, but you get to see all your cards still. So that's pretty cool. Next, I'm going to assume, yeah, Raiders of Scythia. I think I have this one too. I think, like I said, I ordered some of these just to be on the safe side. And then figured if not, I can hand them out to customers. But these may be new. And yeah, I think this is Raiders of Scythia. And it just adds the Huntress and the Stableman to the deck. And I'm not sure what this pack is. Because like from the side, it looks like more Hadrian's Wall, but I don't recognize that back right here. So let's look and see. Oh, this is just the promo rules. And yeah, that's definitely Hadrian's Wall. I was pretty sure. I'm going to say Raiders of Scythia, yeah. Yep, but that's for this game. So, yeah, this is a promo for this game, actually, and there's the rules for it, which is just a Barbarian, it says. A Champion Barbarian card. And that lets you look at that. That way, if you have this game, you didn't get these, you want to see if it's one you want to get or not. And like I said, this to me looks like Raiders of Scythia. I could be wrong about that though. Keep wanting to get this one to the table, but it has a little bit of fear to me that it'll make me not like I don't think it would decrease my like of Raiders. I think it'll still be the same. But yeah, these go to Hadrian's Wall. I recognize that. And yeah, I kind of mentioned it in there. Because normally, or on the in there, use my pronouns, on this card, normally you only have each these go one direction. This shows now there's going to be 2 attacks. These are kind of rough. I'm seeing if the rules say anything about what that is. There's no red workers, right? I don't remember any red workers. Can you maybe take it as a cohort? It don't really say here. Because the only thing in red I can think of is the cohorts in Hadrian's Wall. And that's on all these. So maybe that's why, since they can attack 2 spots, they give you a way to get some cohorts. But you don't get the purple worker then to work with. But, oh, interesting. Other than that, everything else looks the same other than each of these tops have 2. Well, that has none. That's kind of cool. Sorry if I have that off camera. Yeah, that's none. Seems pretty cool. Yeah. I'm anxious to shuffle these in and play Hadrian's Wall with these other promos, but cool. Well, like I said, I'm probably going to put all this, clean all this up. I think I'm going to jump right into Legacy of You and check it out. Thank you for watching and have a great day.